In the past 4 weeks, the prices of fuel have gone up 2 times. Now, how has that affected the prices of the most commonly used materials when building your house? We are going to find out coming up next. Okay, so we are going to first start with the prices of iron rods, because iron rods is something you use in the foundation and the pillars and the lintel, used at almost every stage of your building project. Now, we started June with the prices of iron rods 20 millimeters and 18 millimeters selling for 6,200 cedis per ton, with the 16 millimeter, 14 millimeter, and 12 millimeter iron rods selling for 6,100 cedis per ton. Now, in the second week of June, all the prices of iron rods reduced by 100 Ghana cedis per ton. So what was selling for 6,200 cedis dropped to 6,100, and what was selling for 6,100 dropped to 6,000 Ghana cedis. Now, in the third week of June, the prices of iron rods dropped by 400 Ghana cedis, and as at the time of making this video, today's date is the 4th of July 2022, the prices of iron rods have remained the same. So we have seen a general decline in the prices of iron rods since we started reporting on the prices of the most commonly used building materials. Isn't that a fantastic thing? In today's video, we are going to assume that we are building a small 2-bedroom house with a hall, a kitchen, and 2 toilets and 2 bathrooms, right? 2-bedroom house. And so we are going to look at how the prices of the most commonly used materials are going to influence us in our 2-bedroom home that we are going to build, and look at the corresponding amount of materials we would need for a small 2-bedroom house with a hall, a kitchen, and 2 toilets and bathrooms. So assuming you were building like that 2-bedroom house, you would probably need about 2 tons of iron rods to cover the foundation, the pillars, the lintel, everything, right? So hope this guides you as to how much you are going to spend for your 2-bedroom house. Next, let's look at the prices of blocks. Now, blocks have remained relatively stable in the past 4 weeks, where 5 inches hollow blocks selling between 4.2 Ghana cedis to about 4.6 Ghana cedis, depending on the merchant, the location, and also the added benefits that the merchant gives. So, for example, where I purchase my blocks, when I purchase my blocks, I get free transportation. So the price of the blocks is a bit higher, right? So if I purchase, let's say, 1,000 blocks, I get it for about 4.4 Ghana cedis. You might get it less, but I get free transportation to my building site, and the offloading and everything comes with it. So considering a small 2-bedroom house, you'd need about 4,000 pieces of blocks for the house, depending on the style and the quality of the house that you're going for, right? And so that 4,000 pieces of blocks, based on the prices I've mentioned, between 4.2 Ghana cedis and 4.6 Ghana cedis, you're going to pay about 16,000 to 18,000 Ghana cedis on blocks. Next, let's look at cement. Now, the cement to blocks ratio, right, it's not fixed. It depends on the type of block you're buying. Is it like a hollow, a solid block? Is it 6 inches? Is it 5 inches? Whatever, right? So for our 5-inch hollow block that we used in the previous example, 5 inches hollow blocks, you can use 1 bag of cement to lay about 50 to 80 blocks. So for our 4,000 blocks, we are going to use about 80 bags of cement. So let's do a bit of overestimation and say we are going to use 100 bags of cement for our 2-bedroom house, right? And cement has sold between 62 cedis to about 58.5 cedis as at the time of making this video, right? And so if you even get it for like 60 cedis for your 80 to 100 bags of cement, assuming it's 100 bags of cement, then you're going to pay 6,000 cedis for your 2-bedroom house. Next, let's look at the prices of sand and stones. Now, the price of sand and stones have not changed much throughout the 4 weeks period that we've been doing this, right? And so we noticed that for a trip of sand and a trip of block, you can get a trip of sand for about 1,200 to 1,500 Ghana cedis, depending on the cubic capacity of the track, and also the location. How far is it from like a place where they go and collect the sand, and then how far is it to your destination or your building site. whilst a trip of stones you can get it between 1,400 to as much as 2,500 cedis, depending on the cubic capacity of the truck, the distance to your site, and so many other factors. So for our 2-bedroom house, you are going to use about 2 trips of sand or 3 trips of sand, and then 1 trip of stones or 2 trips of stones should be okay for your entire small 2-bedroom house situated on like a quarter piece of land. Next, let's look at the prices of wood. For wood, we haven't seen any drastic improvement or decrease or anything in the prices of wood. So the main wood you use are the boards, like the Wawa boards, and then the 2x4. The Wawa boards, you use it for like the pillars, you use it for the lentils, you get the drift. And then the 2x4, you use it for like your window frames and your door frames and all those, right? So the Wawa boards typically sell for between 40 to 55 Ghana cedis, depending on the quality, and the 2x4 sell for between 35 cedis to about 45 Ghana cedis. You might even get about 50 cedis in some places. And so for a small 2-bedroom house, we are going to use about 100 of the Wawa boards, and we are going to use about 60 of the 2x4. So I hope this video has been helpful to you in building your dream home or your plan to build your dream home. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts. If the video has been useful to you, kindly press the like button and share it with a friend who might find this useful as well, and then leave your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks bebree for all the support. We are almost at 900 subscribers. I can't wait for us to get to 1,000 subscribers. Can we do so before the weekend? I believe we can. And fantastic announcements coming up once we hit 1K. Stay tuned because we have another video coming up very soon as to why you should not buy uncompleted buildings at all. If you haven't yet subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so you do not miss any episode. Thanks, bebree. Next time on this channel, we are going to talk about, is it better to build or it is better to rent? Subscribe so you do not miss that episode. Everybody will be thinking you should build, right? But there are actually good reasons why you should rent and not build. Never build. For me though, I'm somebody who believes that you should build a house because the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? First of all, I think that building gives you peace of mind. Once you have a house of your own, you don't need to worry about the next rent due, right? You don't need to worry about 2 years time or it's 1 month for your rent to be due. You need to pay 2 years advance or 1 year advance or whatever it is. You have peace of mind. Peace of mind can never be overemphasized. Also, if you decide to sell your house later, right, in future, you can actually make some good money because buildings are an asset which always keep, appreciating in price and value. So you can actually make some good value if you decide to sell the house. Also, if you decide to sell your house later, the whole period you were living in your house, you would have been living there rent free. Can you imagine? So you live in it for 20 years, you have enough money to buy a house closer to the airport, you sell off your house at Kaso or wherever, and then you move to the airport. That 20 years you were living rent free and you could use that money for better things.